Yo, welcome back. So today we are going to be making a 1.0 style level. So I think we've all seen what a 1.0 level looks like. Let's go back to some first levels, the first raid level, Chill Out by Dana. It's just very simple for the time. Like, it was when the community was just trying to figure out how the editor worked. Not many people were quite good at that. See, that's just like a blind jump. Like, people didn't know how to make proper gameplay, except for RobTop at the time. So, I thought today we would make my own 1.0 style level. So I'm using Eurodancer remix by Foreverbound, who made Stereo Madness. I thought it would fit in, so yeah, let's begin. Also, I am going to be using the 1.0 limitations. So I'm trying to come up with an idea for what color to go with here. Thinking somewhere more to a blue, maybe a darker blue. Doesn't look too bad. I also should probably change the ground color as well. How does that look? Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so I think first of all, I want to take inspiration from like base after base, where it's just like a load of spike jumps at the start. So maybe have something like this. And then let's just copy and paste this. Also, I will be using copy and paste. I'm sorry, I'm just not making a level without copy and paste. I think maybe here we jump up onto a platform like this, fall down here, and then jump on a yellow orb there, add some spikes. And maybe here we can like have a jump pad that'll send you up to here and you land onto some platforms like these things, but obviously like the 1.0 ones. Now I'm just gonna grab this and change the color to be black. I don't know why RobTop decided to remove the old half blocks. I don't know why he did that. RobTop likes to be RobTop sometimes. Okay, so I think this part is sort of done now. I've got the layout sorted. For these platforms, I will like replace these corner bits with like these blocks and have like these going down there. But I'll do that later and just finish the gameplay for this part. Okay, so for this bit, I'll have you change into a ship, but we're not going to build the gameplay for the ship yet, and instead go back to focusing on the decoration of this part. So let me just delete all the start positions. What I'd like it to do is like fade to a brighter color of blue. So I'm going to just grab this, paste it in, make it a bit brighter. That doesn't look too bad. Let me grab the ground's color as well. Change this to the ground. Paste in the ground color. Increase it a bit. And then we decrease the colors of background and ground. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Let me just like extend it to maybe 2 seconds. Okay, so I think the quickest thing to do here is add in some ground spikes. Just some good old ground spikes. Add one there. Add a little one here. Shift it over. I think maybe for here we could add a spike structure facing downwards. So let me just grab a chain, slap it on here. Maybe instead we could do that. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay, that's kind of this first bit already done. Actually, wait, no. There is something else. These things. We could add in some of these. Okay, this part. So I'm gonna just like litter spikes all across here. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of these and replace them with these blocks and then add these in, so kind of like back on track style. Okay, now I have added all of these pillars onto all of these platform structures. So I think what I'm also gonna do is just grab some of this and then have this go along the whole part. Whoa, 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 no, no, no. Okay, now that I've gone ahead and added all the spikes, I'm just gonna add in some simple spike decoration, just plaster all of these around the part. Okay, I think that's the spike decoration, well, grand spike decoration done for that. I think now it's just time to add some of these falling spike thingies to the part now. Okay, last but not least, pole sticky thingies. Okay, I think the last thing I just need to change is adding some colour change to this part. So I'm trying to think what colour I could do for this. Maybe like a purple colour? Okay, and then I'm just gonna have it changed back to the colour it's originally started off as. So now it's time to fill in this part. So just finish off these pillars. Fill in this structure. There's not much here to add, so I'll probably just skip to once this part is finished. Okay, and I think this first part's completed now. Now we're going to start working on the ship part, which will then lead into the drop. Okay, so for this time I'm just going to lean into a more purple colour. So for like the first half of this ship part, I want it to be where you dodge like rectangle objects like this. And then for this part, you'd go into more of a corridor, like a mix-up of back on track and base after base. Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna turn on preview mode so I can see my guidelines. So I'm gonna make this square object, add in spikes around it. Then for this part here, what I'll have is you fly into a gravity portal. I'm just going to be a bit lazy, just copy and paste and flip. Okay, never mind, maybe we don't. So I'm going to have big structures like in back on track. Okay, now that I have the basis of this part laid out, I'm going to fill in these parts with spikes. Okay, now I'm going to fill in these large structures with these tile blocks. Okay, I think I should probably add spikes to all of these bits as well. Okay, now I should add in some ground spikes to this entire part. Okay, so now I think I've finished this entire pre-drop. So now I'm going to showcase what I have built so far. So yeah, roll the clip.